All right, I'm back. I took a quick break. Let's pick up where we left off with the stat indicators. So first, I want to, in the shop GUI, we can handle this. We will get rid of players that are not in the party. We can do that in ready. That's going to be 4 players or player GUI. Let's be specific. No, I take that back. Range, size. If I do that, if I are equal to party size, so we need to hide that. Let's see if that fixes that. Perfect. Now we don't want that. I don't think. No. We're going to need. Let's do this. Let's do that. See, if you don't hide the node, they're still there. They're still drawn. I'm just drawing them with 0 alpha, so they're hidden, and it keeps our spacing. Now, the way I'm thinking of the game though is that we're always going to have 4 players in the party, so that doesn't really matter. But now it's fixed in case we want to change that later. We have that. We need equipping. We can buy, we can sell, we can't equip. Yeah, we'll hide these by default. Well, it looks like we're at the point where we need to make a main menu to facilitate equipping, amongst other things. Let's look at some references and take a step back here. Here's the original. I don't want to go with that. This is more what I want to do. Save that for reference later. Looks like the main menu. It's very, very low resolution though. It's a web file. We don't want that. That's pretty nice. Let's look at FF6. They pretty much do the same setup, it's just a little bit different. Let's roll with this for now. And we are going to want the, I think I already saved the equipment menu. I'll double check. Yeah, so we want this. That looks like a WebP file. We don't want that. What I might do is screenshot. I need to change my setting, rectangle. So we have that. That's good. So before we get to the equipment menu, we need to do the main menu. We'll work off of this as a template. And let's see. I think what needs to happen is that we need to kind of copy this format so that it can be reused. So I pretty much want to duplicate shop GUI and we'll go from there. That way there's a consistency in our user interface. Well, it's main menu. Or field menu maybe. We'll call it main menu. Field menu, main menu, field. I like field menu. Like a field watch. So open that up. Right away we want to change the name of it. And what I want to do is get rid of I really need to make a template here. So look, for that we're going to delete all of this stuff. Field menu is actually we're gonna make a copy of that. This is gonna be let's call it full screen GUI template. Save that as a copy. In this one, I'm actually gonna undo, and we'll build right off of this. But or no, that's incorrect. We don't want field menu. Get rid of that. So field menu can get deleted. Bear with me. So we have a full screen GUI template, right? Now we want to start thinking about inherited scenes. Wait, what the heck? Why did it save from shop GUI? What? Whatever. We'll fix that. So we don't need excuse me. Don't need all of that. Or am I making it too specific? We can manually put the cursor in each one. I'm just gonna make the background the template. And I think that works. We'll do some testing. Let's see. Don't want that. Don't need that. Before I mess with the shop GUI, I'm going to make a copy of it. The backup. Alright, so the shop GUI. Maybe I'll work on the backup actually. We'll call it a test. So what I want to do is get the full screen background in. I'll put it up there. Get this to the top. And I think we have to make it local. Or no, we want to do editable children. Then in that V box, we're going to take all of this, put it on that. Then we have to delete the existing background margin container. Okay, that looks pretty good. I think we can put cursor in there. We put it there. See, it pops up in here. Perfect. I'm going to rename this. So that we know. Okay, I don't know what happened in here. Did not like that name change. So what we'll do is get rid of that. I don't know, it kind of bugged out there. We'll go to shop GUI and we'll take that stuff again. Just all of that. Shop GUI test gets all of that. Let's save. We're going to close out and just see if everything keeps working as intended. No. Interesting. And you can see I put it in there, then it's gone. Instead, we're just going to give it that. And anything we want to add, we have to do like this. And just set it to full rec, that should work. No? You know, I don't think the automation process is really going to work here. I need to be able to put it in there. Don't want it on the cursor. Which stinks because I'm not going to be able to like automate the placement of this. I really want to be able to do that. Well, I think for now, we're just going to go back to our original method and just make it bespoke for each one. If we're lucky, there'll only be two of them, the field menu and the shop GUI. And we'll just have to go from there. We do this. GUI background. Nah, screw it. All right, field menu. Change the title again. We're just going to go in and modify everything to match this. Let's maybe get this going like that. All right, let's slim that up. So the top, we don't need the shop greeting. I think I'm just going to get rid of that. Top middle, we don't need. Middle, I can probably modify, but I think honestly we're just going to work from scratch. And we'll just keep a window that we can copy. So first we have an HBox set up. Get that in there. And we're going to have, we have a window on the left side. It's going to be, say, players. And then we're going to have a VBox on the right side of our HBox. Excuse me. I'll need this text right now. Actually, I'll just delete that. VBox, and that's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 windows, which did not go in the right spot that I wanted. And these last ones, I want to make sure I have the size right. I think we're using, yeah, so the height's right. We have 4 windows. This is going to be location. Crystals, we'll just call it that for now. Money and time. We have menu, or it's called options. Options is going to be, first let's get these sizes done. The size flags we want, not horizontal expand. Theoretically, is this VBox? Let's see. These should all be expanding. Let's see what's going on. So we want that. Actually, this one just goes behind, and then they draw these smaller ones over top. So we want this to shrink end on the horizontal. We want this to expand vertically. I don't know why it's not doing that. Because the H box needs to. Yeah. Then the V box needs to. And just make sure that's all. We can just hard code their sizes, but I think what I want to do is we can set the min size on this one, 64. And then all these windows need to expand. Okay, I really don't know why that's not happening there. Do we need that? There we go. Next. This is not, we don't need this double setup of a V-box now. Let me get rid of this. Shrink end. And then that rect size, we gotta reset. So we have that. Options. Do that. Options needs a V-box. It's gonna get a bunch of buttons. Magic equipment status formation config save. I would hope that this would just expand on its own, but we can hard code it. Why not? So I do need to change this. Go with 2 for now. Too much. 2. Sure. Center that. Why does this look off? It looks too far to the right. Is there a margin container? Yeah, that's fine. Which means I have to go and fix all of these. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Magic. Real quick, I'll go and left align these. And let's see. Go change the what is it, this guy? Try 50 56. keep that. The cursor, I'm going to default it to over here, just for layout purposes. All right. Over here, need a VBox. That's going to have I guess 2 H boxes. Gill, or it's not gold. Each of these is going to get 2 labels. One's going to be left aligned. Just call it G. The other one going to be right, and it needs size flag expand or shrink end. Expand. We don't need separation on that. And then we're going to duplicate that for time. Why are there 2? Oh, yeah, that's all right. Get rid of that. Change our separation here. I really need to update my theme. So we'll fix that. So say time. Just getting that roughed in. This V box, or sorry, the whatever, the 9 patch window. We're gonna do that. I think we can center that, make sure. All right, cool. I think we'll roll with that. That's that min size for all of these then, except maybe the last one. So it'll be the crystals. Location just needs text. I don't need a margin container for that. So I can do full rect. We do center and center. That's like a freebie margin container. Or freebie centering. And let's see. We'll just do that so it fills it out more. And location actually needs a bit more size. Let's see what that does to my VBox. Wrong setting. So we don't want that. Oops. Do that. Crystals. So these, we don't want to expand. We just need to set this to like 64, 56, whatever. Instead of handling that with that. There we go. So expand, shrink end. Location might be a little bit too long there. Let's try 64. Maybe 72. Yeah. Just to give it a little pop. I'll probably even shrink that a bit. Additionally, I think we'll do shrink end. So that's at the bottom. Right, so the right side is roughed in pretty well. Now we need to work on players. Just gonna fill this space up. It's funny, that's my daughter's name. The random image I grabbed off the internet. Anyway, we have players, margin container. So now we need to make a player, what do we call that? Like player menu card. That's going to get the player GUI after we get, looks like we have a VBox set up, which has a label top. It's called player name. Have to give this the theme. So we have player name. In that, let's call it name. Now we have an H box beneath that. That H box is going to have first the player GUI. We'll change the facing later. So it has that. So we have H box, and then there's another V box. Which now that I look at it, we actually have. Here's how I'm seeing it, at least. We have that and that. Maybe the name and the character are in one. I don't think it matters too much. H box, V box. Top one's gonna have close top, and bottom. It's gonna have name and status effect. And there are two ways you can do it. You can do a theme override, or I can just change the font color. All right. So we can do that, and status effect. And then we need to get another, excuse me, VBox. Actually, I take it back. This is not the right way. It's going to be an HBox, VBox. I don't know. We'll stick with the plan. This one's just getting a little confusing. So we have level. I think we have two V boxes actually. So I'm going to cut that. We're going to duplicate this. So we have 8. Player GUI. Why does that not have a minimum size? Let's do minimum 16 by 16. Let's save the player menu card so we have that. We just want it in the GUI. And we'll just kind of chip away at this. So we have HP, MP. Let's see, and then here we have class, HP, MP. Right, left. We have that. That doesn't need to be exactly matching this anyway. Size specs, let's do shrink center. Maybe shrink end. No, it's a bit smaller. We should modify the separation on this. So these should all have matching separation, I would think. Where's my theme override? Oh, it's because they're different types. Get two. The two. Status effect, we want to right align and set its size flag to expand. That way it's always pushing out. With these, we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to have 000/000. Get the spacing, right align. Okay, so we can copy that. That's actually going to be MP. Delete this old one. HP MP. What's this one? Level 8. That's our class. Class name. And theme override, separation. I don't know, it seemed alright. Now the player, let's push it over. Worry about that later. Just double checking, looks right. Now, all we have to do is make a V-box. And theoretically, player info card, we just plop these in. No, it's not the info card, it's the, how did I call it? Player menu card, that's not confusing. Okay, so we have that, duplicate that. Fix our separation, I think we need, let's see, like a minimum size. So I'm going to go to rect. We want to set our Y to like 34 minimum. And our X to 100. Oops, I'll do that. That way when we go back in here, also I want to do, these are all spaced correctly now. You can see they just barely fit in there. If we tweak that V box a bit, we can make sure it's centered. There you go. You can see we have a little bit of extra real estate here. So we do have the ability to push things over. Let's see what this looks like in the game. It still has the shop menu code. So I have to take that out of field menu. We're going to get to that later. There we go. So that looks pretty good. After that, basically we modify the shop GUI menu script to work with this. And from there, it's all about updating this data, connecting it to signals as needed so that the HP and MP is updating. We want to update the characters, obviously. And then we'll go piece by piece through the menu options. Magic will be fun. We can get magical effects. But we're definitely going to focus on equipment after we get everything loaded in. Then we can get the timer and everything. So there you have it. Let's take a break, and I'll see you when I see you. Let me know if you have any questions. Take care.